So 150, 151, 152, 153,
154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159,
160,
161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168,
169, 170,
171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179,
180,
181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188,
189, 190.
191, 192,
Abaya, we started our sentences up here.
194,
Right, filling them up with our shape, okay?
196, 197,
198, 199.
200.
Awesome, guys. You guys thought it counts so well. Good job. All right, yesterday we learned our first coin. This coin I told you is the coin that is worth the least amount of money. It's also brown. Abraham Lincoln is the face on this coin. Not only do we know this coin is different from the others because it's brown, but also Abraham Lincoln is facing the opposite way. All the other coins, they are facing the left while he is facing the right. Does anyone remember what coin that is called? The penny. How much is a penny worth? How much money? Y'all, let me tell y'all, I can see real good. I don't even wear glasses, so y'all don't have to, I know. Just raise your hand. I really can see. Sit. Uh-huh. How much is it worth? That's what I asked.
1 cent.
1 cent. And remember, guys, when we're dealing with money, we make sure to put our cent symbol and we say cents because we're talking about money. So let's go ahead and count my first amount up here. You go ahead. Don't say it out loud. Count it. Count it in your mind. Don't say it out loud. You got it, Amaya? Yes? No? No? What you have a question? No, like, do you understand what we're doing? That's what I'm asking.
Got it.
Yeah? Oh, okay. All right, Tevin, how much money?
10.
No, not all of them, just this one.
105.
Count again?
4.
For what? 4 cents. 4 cents. Guys, remember it's money. Cent symbol, 4 cents. Good. Next amount, count it.
I don't. You know.
Okay, Asa, how much money? Can you see it good?
6
6 what?
cents.
Good. 6 cents. So you see how I'm putting my cent symbol? Make sure you do that as well. Good. So pennies are pretty easy, guys, because we count by ones and, they're not complicated at all. Good. All right, look at my story problem. It says Joe had 5 apples. He gave 2 apples to Mom. So now that we've read our story problem, now we are going to determine whether or not it's some more or some went away. So based off of this, is it some more or some went away? Which story problem is it?
Some went away.
Some went away because we had some and then we lost some. So let's go ahead and draw a picture now. So Joe had how many apples to start?
5.
5. So let's draw his 5 apples.
Is that apple?
It is. Okay, and then it says he gave two to mom. How do I show that he gave two away? How do I show that, Kendall?
You cross it out.
Cross out two. 1, 2. So how many apples does Joe have remaining after he gave two away to mom? How many does he have remaining? 3 apples remain. Good. That's a story problem. All right. Let's fill in what's missing. So I'm starting with 29 and I'm ending with 32. What's missing here in between? What's missing? Give me one.
31. Wait, what? 30 and 31.
30 and 31. And remember, count it afterwards. 29, 30, 31, 32, so that you can make sure that it was right. Next one, I have 44. I'm starting with 47. I'm ending with what is missing in between? In between, what is missing? Braylee?
45
45,
and 46.
46, 44, 45, 46, 47. Yep, that sounds right. Good. All right, so today we are going to talk about what it means to divide something in half. Has anyone heard the word half before? Because could anyone explain to me what it means when I say to divide something in half? What does half mean? Okay, Elijah?
It means that you slice something in half.
Okay, yeah, we slice it in half, but what does that mean by half, though? Like, what does it mean when I say I want to divide it in half?
I don't.
Okay, Kevin?
They got 2 slices.
Okay, good. He says we are putting it into 2 pieces, and yes, that's exactly it. Half means 2. When we say we are dividing something in half, we are dividing it into 2 pieces. Now, this is key, though. When you divide something in half, yes, you are going to cut it where you have 2 pieces, but you have to make sure that your pieces are equal sizes. They're equal sizes and they're equal pieces. I can't divide something in half and the sides are not equal. So when you divide something in half, you want to divide it where it is evenly down the middle of something so that both sides are equal. So for example, I couldn't divide this triangle like that. No, that is equal. I mean, that isn't half, right? It's 2 pieces, right? Yes. But is it equal pieces? Are they the same size? No. Are they the same shape? No. So this would not be half. When we divide something in half, we usually put a line straight down the middle where it is equal on both sides. So that means I would do my line like this. Now is that equal?
Yes.
Yes, I have the same size on both sides. So now this is divided in half. Let's look at the square. Same thing. I can't do it like this and say that's half. Yes, it is 2 pieces, but that's not half. Half is 2, but it also has equal sizes. This is not equal sizes. So we erase this, and now I will divide it in half. Well, that's there you go. Now is it equal?
Yes.
Yes, that is dividing in half. And now my circle. Is that half?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now I want you to get a paper because I want you to try and do it.
Well, you could draw some like you didn't cut.
No, I'm trying to. So Ace, if you have a paper.
I got all the papers in my book bag. I have 1,000. Do it on the I have one of these. Yeah. And you don't want to get in trouble. As I want to trouble. Give it to me. Who's the start? I'm boxing either way. One is a box.
Okay, so let's draw a rectangle on our paper, on our shape. Rectangle. And I want you to divide that rectangle in half for me and then show me what that looks like. Draw a rectangle and then divide it in half. Oh, he was. Okay, you have it, Asa? Let me see. Good, awesome. We're supposed to draw a rectangle though. Not a triangle, a rectangle. So could you draw me a rectangle and divide it?
Rectangle.
Yeah, that was the shape we were drawing. Let me see, okay. All right. Okay, awesome, awesome. So just let me know when you have it, Asa.
Miss Fulgence, I'm done.
Let me see it now. Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, good job, guys. So that is how we divide a shape in half. So that means we will now see this in our book. So now we know what to do. All right, let's move on to our writing. Let's practice our sentences for today. And our letter, we'll practice later. Yeah. All right, so remember, guys, so I'm not gonna go over the rules. I wanna see if you remember them. So all I'm gonna do is introduce the sentences to you, and then you will write them correctly. I wanna see if you know the rules without me telling you. So number 1 says, Mom will bake a pie. Number 2 says, the cat was running. Write them correctly. I'm not gonna go over the rules. I'm trying to see if you remember the rules. Number 1, Mom will bake a pie. Number 2, the cat was running. Go ahead and write both of them correctly. Both of them. All right, let's go ahead and review. So number 1, it says Mom will bake a pie. Anyone can tell me how to write this one correctly? All right, Kendall, how do we write it correctly? Capitalize first letter M and a period. If they did all of that right, you can put a check by their sentence. If they did both things, they capitalized the M in mom and then put a period at the end. Put a check. Look what I said. What did I say? I told y'all. Miss Lucas is mostly right. Okay. All right, let's look at our second sentence. Asa, could you tell us how to write this one correctly?
You have to capitalize the T.
Capitalize my T, first letter.
And put the period on the end.
And put a period on the end. Okay, look at their sentences. Make sure they had a capital letter in the beginning and a period. If they did both, they get a check. If not, it's an X. If they did not capitalize, good job, guys. Let's see who has both checks. Okay. Both checks. Kendall, you have both checks. You can give them back their paper. You have both checks. Both. Why do you give your eggs? Let me see. She had to capitalize. Tell them why you give her eggs. It was, and she did. Okay, awesome. All right, let's do a number 3. I want you to make your own sentence. Tell me about something. It could be about whatever you want to write about. Pick a person and tell me about it. So number 3, I want you to make your own, create your own sentence. Do not repeat what I've done. Think of your own sentence. All right, are we ready? Let's hear some of those sentences. But I want to hear those that are written down correctly, meaning they have a capital letter and they have a period. Okay? All right, let's hear. AC, you have yours? Not yet? Okay. I'll come back. Okay, Brayley, not yet? Who's not done? Okay, so majority's done, so we'll go. All right. All right, let me hear. Elijah, let's hear your sentence. Go ahead.
Wait. I'm done.
Okay, Carol. God is good. Yep, that's a good one. David. We went to Sky Zone. Okay, Kendall. We went to the park. Tevin. Red went to the park. Y'all go to the park all the time.
Yes,
Okay, Micah. A frog was in the lake. Good. You ready now, Braylon? Okay. I am very smart. Good. You ready now, Elijah? No? Okay, AC, you ready now? Okay.
Tom gave Jen a toy. She liked it.
Good. That's a really good one. Okay. All right, good job, guys, with your sentence. So tomorrow is your test. You'll have to correct some sentences like we did on today. You'll write them correctly, and you will also create your own sentence. Just like last week, you'll do the same thing again on this week for your test. It should be an easy A. All right, A, so you can get out your cursive letter book. We're on letter N on today. Well, I don't know why. We're on page 16, Asa. 16, huh? All right, are we on page 16, Asa? Letter N? Yes? All right.
No.
I'm going. Because it's always the page you start on for the day. All right.
Wait, page 15?
All right, so let's look at letter N up here on the board. Okay, so letter N has two humps inside of it. That's how we know N from M, because they both look similar, but N has two humps and M has three humps. So we're on letter N on today. It does look like an M, but it's an N. N has two humps, M has three. So first thing we do is we are going to curve up all the way to our middle line. We do our first hump down. We go back up the same line. We do our second hump down and we kick it out, and that is it. Again, you're gonna curve up, do one hump, go down, back up the same line, second hump down, kick it out. One more. Dun, dun. I'm looking for those who are staying in their lines, staying in their red and staying under the middle blue lines. Okay, you can go ahead and do your warm up at the top, and then you can finish the whole page. Well, we're gonna work until a certain time, but you can go ahead and do the whole thing, okay? Any questions, Asa, about in? No? Okay, you can go ahead and finish the page, do your warm up at the top, and then you can finish. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and start with chart 6. All right, let's begin. CK. CK says in Doug. E says E in me. O says O and go. Y says I and fly. Y says A, come on, and pray. ST says and stop. PL says pull, and plane. Stop. FR says fur, and frog. TR says chur, and train. SH says that's the sharp vowel, and ship. TH says and thick. TH says the Carson and this. BL says bull, and block. CL says cool, and clock. FL says full, and flake. GL says go, and glue. All right, we're gonna move on to our next sounds on chart 6, which are TH. The THs, BL, and CL. Those are our next few sounds we'll go over today, okay? All right. All right, so let's look at our first word here. Asa, could you tell me my sounds, and could you tell me the sounds first? How to mark the vowel in this one?
TH.
TH, how do I mark the vowel?
What's the smiley face?
Smiley face, what's the word?
Fifth.
Fifth, good, okay. Rayleigh, next one. Circle the sounds, mark your vowel. Kindle. Sorry. Next one. Bad. That's not a song. That's
This is a C. This is an A or a C. That's a C and the L.
that's an ED. BLED.
What about this? Let's look at the back.
Huh?
This is a C.
No, that's BLED. That's D.
Oh.
Okay, all right, next one, dream. So that's BLED.
The first time I
So
thought,
what's your sound and how do you mark the E?
the first time I thought that was a C and an L. That's what I thought it was.
Good. No, what's the sound? BLED. Yeah.
I know it already. I don't know if I have to search for something.
Yeah. What's the special sound? What are the sounds I say we're covering today? TH, BL, and CL. TH, BL, and CL. So the word is BLED. Yes. And then how do you mark your E? One vowel. Okay, what's the word? BL says bull and
Black.
good. Black. All right, next one, Kendall. Word dream. Awesome. All right, let's practice rhyming. All right, so let's go ahead and go over our vowels. Remember, we have two types of vowels. We have our short vowels and our long vowels. What do our short vowels say? F. What do our long vowels say? So the short vowel rule tells us that when there is one vowel in a word, it is a short vowel. The long vowel rule tells us when there are two vowels in a word, the first one is long, the second one is silent. So I have some long vowel words here I want to practice marking. So Asa, how would I mark this first one here?
You'll put a line over the A and a cross on E.
Good. What's the word?
Bake.
Good. Okay, Micah, come and do the next one. Mark the vowels. We're just practicing marking the long vowels. I think we need a little practice with that.
Wait,
No, I didn't. Are you going to tell me what I did? Because I did it. This one. We're going backwards. Yep. Okay, let's hear some declarative and interrogative. I want to hear both at the same time. Okay, Joshua, we'll start with you. Tell me your declarative. Tell me your interrogative. Good. Next word. Tevin, mark the vowels. All right, awesome. Marking your vowels. And yes, marking your vowels. All right, so I want to also talk about one more thing before we are finished on Zoom. I want to talk about what's called plurals. 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 I'm saying the word like that so that you hear me clear, the word. Okay. So if you look at the sentence, I have Jim's dog and Kate's dog. So you see the difference between them? Jim's dog, Kate's dogs. So dog, this one does not have an S, but dog here, dogs, has an S. Whenever you are talking about more than one thing, you will put an S behind it. So when I said Jim's dog, I was only talking about one dog, right? Because I don't have an S. But when I say Kate's dogs, that S at the end is telling me that she could have 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. When we want to make a word mean more than one, we put an S at the end. It becomes what we call a plural. It's an S. We add an S at the end to show that it's plural. So if I would say the marker, that's 1. But then when I put 2 in my hand, I say the markers. Hear the S at the end? Anytime we are talking about more than one thing, we always add the S at the end to show that it is plural. So if I would say, Tom's cat can play. Tom's cat can play. How many cats are I'm talking about? Tom's cat can play. How many cats would that be? Just 1, Tom's cat. But if I would say Tom's cats like to play, how many cats could I be talking about? I could be talking about 2, but we know it's more than how many? 1. It's more than 1. So when we make something a plural, we add an S to the end of it to show that it's more than 1. If I would say toy, that's 1 toy, but when I say toys, that's more than 1 toy. That could be 2, 3, 4. It's just more than 1. That's how you make a word what's called plural. Next year in 2nd grade, you'll actually talk about plural and singular nouns. But this year, we'll just talk about plurals, meaning how to show that something is more than 1. We just simply add an S to the end of it to show that it's more than 1. So again, Jim's dog with no S means 1, but Kate's dogs with the S at the end shows that she has more than 1 dog. Okay? Yeah? And now you also can see that on Jim and Kate, we have an S, but the S looks different on there than the S here. That's because of this is called a possessive, which we will talk about possessives as well. But I just want you to see that the S's are different, and we'll talk about that eventually, why the S's are different, okay? But we're looking at this S when we add to the end to show that it's more than 1. All right, awesome. So you will have this practice in your book as well. That's why we're talking about it. You will see it in your book when it talks about plurals. All right, awesome. So that's it for the morning, Asa. I will see you later on this afternoon, okay? Bye-bye.